Hello YouTube, Jeff Steele here with Steele Navigator. Today's video will be a review on the BF GoodRich all-terrain, the K02. It's an all-terrain tire. I'm not sponsored by BF GoodRich. I bought this set of tires approximately four and a half years ago. This set of tires has approximately 35,000 miles on them. For reference, I have a quarter. If the George Washington head is facing up and we put it at the sidewall at the base of the tread, the tread goes all the way up to the base of the word liberty on the quarter. So right here. This set of tires is on a four-wheel drive Jeep XJ, a 98. This is a light vehicle. I have seen these tires on, say, a Toyota FJ, which is a much heavier vehicle. The heavier your vehicle, the faster you will wear your tires. It's just weight, there's more friction, more wear. So keep in mind, this is a lightweight, smaller SUV. I think it's around 3,500 pounds, somewhere in that region. If you're driving a big, heavy-duty Toyota 4Runner or Tundra, you're going to wear tires out faster, no question about it. So this is all for reference, so you know. Also, I rotate my tires every time I change my oil filter and oil, which is every 3,000 miles, religiously. Sometimes, depending on schedule, I'll even do it a little under that. That's when tires are rotated. For me, I rotate front to back and back to front. I don't crisscross the rotation. All of the tires, from what I can tell, have been wearing evenly throughout. On occasion, you might notice a block of tread in the center that might be a little lower than another block, but it's rare. Overall, these tires are wearing extremely evenly. I think that has a lot to do with my rotations. I do take it easy in the curves. I don't abuse the tires. I have, as far as wear, the protection, I have rubbed up against curbs, scraped the side. I have picked up nails. I've picked up screws that didn't just get in the tread. I'm talking about that got into the actual tire in between the blocks. That's where I got a nail, a screw. One time I even picked up a piece of steel, a sharp triangle piece of steel. And in regards to the piece of steel and the screw, I would say on both of those accounts, it went in, this is a quarter for reference. I want to show you how far it went in. About this far. And did not puncture through the tire. I've never had to plug or patch one of these tires. I've been over countless roads with gravel, mountain roads with mountain rock, Appalachian Mountains. Countless miles, most of my miles are on tarmac, asphalt. This is my daily driver. I drive it every day, mostly short city trips, few highway trips. To give you an idea how I'm using the Jeep. I really like the look of the mud terrain version, but I'm just on the road too much, so this is a better choice for me. I wish I had another vehicle to have as far as my runaround vehicle, so I could have this as more to select as far as, then I would have the mud terrain. But because it's my daily driver and most of my time is spent on tarmac roads, I chose the all-terrain. Road noise, it's not much more than a regular road tire, I would say. When they went from the KO to the K02 to conform to the Euro spec, they had to engineer them in such a way to reduce road noise. I think that's why they were so good on the road. When you slow down, lower speeds, you're going to hear them a little more. When you get up to the higher speeds, they really quieten down and smooth out. It's like they plane out. Off-road, fantastic. Gravel, on the road, fantastic. Sandy areas, wonderful. Snow, wonderful. No issues there. I would say in mud, they're not the best. The treads do fill up with mud, and it will be almost a slick-like effect in wet mud. I usually have to put the Jeep in four-wheel drive in those situations most of the time. Depends on how deep the mud is. But if you find yourself constantly in mud type situations, I would go with the mud terrain. But if it's not so often, you can get by with the K02. I will also mention that in those mud situations, I usually just put it in four-wheel drive. I don't goose it and attempt to sling the mud out of the treads. That's usually what makes a mud tire great, is the ability to throw the mud, not hold it in the tire. Now, I didn't try that with these. I just put the Jeep in four-wheel and was able to move on. Would I recommend these tires to someone? Absolutely. Will I buy these tires again? Absolutely. Unless I get another vehicle whereby this will then become my weekend drive on occasion vehicle. In that situation, I might move up to the mud terrain. But as it stands, when these tires wear out, I will be getting another set. The way they're wearing, how much tread's left at 35,000 miles in my particular application, it just predicting, I'd say they're about 50% wore. So could I make it to 65,000, 70,000 miles? Absolutely. It's going to be very thin. If you're an avid off-roader and you have lots of money, I've heard of people, when you get down to 50% tread life, you replace them. I, on the other hand, am the type of person, I will squeeze every last drop out of something I can get. So I will attempt to get 65,000 or 70,000 miles out of these tires. Once I reach the end of the road, then I will do another review, let you know how they're doing in that condition. So something else of note, it's not just the look of the tread, how much tread is left on a tire to know when it's time to replace. We also want to look at the age of a tire. They say once a tire hits 6 years old, replace them, unless you're taking low-speed, short city trips only, because it's a safety issue. Tires are old. The older they get, the more they dry rot, they dry out, and they can just come apart. Normally, the first thing to look at is cracks in the sidewalls. I've had these tires 4.5 years. There is not one crack in the sidewall whatsoever. I will also note, every week I check my PSIs, tire pressures. Without failure. Every week I check my oil, check my tire pressures religiously every 7 days. If they're a PSI or two down, I always top them off. Summer, winter, doesn't matter. Always keep an air compressor with me if I'm out on the road. If I'm ever in a situation that the tire's low, driving on low PSIs, heating the tire up, it will damage it, no question about it. This Jeep has spent a lot of time in the sun. I've been fortunate enough to be able to park it in a garage the last couple of years, but 2 years prior to that, constantly in the sun, especially the first year. With that said, there's still no cracks whatsoever in the sidewall. Before I bought these tires, I did a lot of research, watched a lot of reviews, even people that were sponsored by them, and they all swore how tough they were. That is how I made the ultimate decision, and I can totally back up those reviews and add to them and tell you that the toughness of these tires is unparalleled. The tires I had before, I think, were just regular old Goodyear, Eagle, Wrangler, all-terrain tires. I swear I was picking up a nail a week, and the nail would go all the way through, and I'd have to plug a tire. Every one of my tires had 1 or 2 plugs in it. And plus, they were over 6 years, so I had to upgrade. But I'm going to continue to run these tires until I get to 65, 70,000 miles. If they still got tread, I'll continue to run them. Now, if I start to get up to where they're 7 years old and it's getting questionable, considering I do make highway trips, high speeds, I will probably go ahead and replace them. just from a safety aspect. I don't want to have a blowout, tire explode on me going 70 miles an hour. That's going to be death, no question about it. So again, as far as tires, if you take care of them, rotate them regular, you're going to get max life out of them and not abusing them. You really need to look at your vehicle. How are you driving that vehicle? Where are you driving that vehicle regularly? If you're driving in such a way that I am, I would highly recommend these tires. Super tough. Again, the numbers, 35,000 miles. We're looking at approximately 50% tread wear. And they're probably, on this application, we're going to get 65 to 70,000 miles out of these tires. And you're asking yourself, how in the world is an all-terrain tire that looks like a mud terrain tire, how are you getting that many miles out of it? I'll tell you. The compounds they are designing these tires out of have come a long ways. BF GoodRich is owned by Michelin. Michelin is known for their long tread life. Most of the time I hear about Michelin tires, people have to replace them due to age and dry rot instead of tread wear. That's how long they last. Also, they engineer them in such a way to minimize rolling resistance, which minimizes wear. So we have the aggressive look, the function, the toughness, but the technology and the engineering to make an economical tire. Comment down below. Tell me what experiences you have with the BF GoodRich all-terrain K02 tire. It's all-terrain tire. Share this video if you would. Tap the thumbs up icon and subscribe. I do appreciate it. I'll put links down below for some tire options for you. And I'll also include a link for the PSI tester that I use. Super inexpensive. Check your tires once a week. Make your tires last longer. Save you a ton of money. Thank you for watching and have a great day.